Of the Budget and Finance Committee to order for the evening of August 5th. The first resolution we have on our agenda, RS 2013-785, sponsors Matthews, and this authorizes the submission of an application to request a subzone status with Manufacturing Authority for DHL Global Forwarding as part of a foreign trade zone number 78. And there is a substitute. Mr. Cooper, could you explain the substitute, please?
Yes, the substitute is housekeeping. It corrects the resolution to clarify that this is a general zone instead of a subzone.
Okay, the bill and substitute have been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes as substituted. RS 2013-786, sponsors Matthews, approves the Second Amendment to the intergovernmental agreement between Metro Government and the Sports Authority related to the Bridgestone Arena for benefit of the Nashville Predators. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-787, sponsors Matthews and Dow, approves an intergovernmental agreement between Metro Government and the Sports Authority related to the construction of a new hockey facility. Been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last meeting, we talked about what provisions would be there for citizens to use this new facility as part of a civic use, and I understand that there's been some movement in that area. Could we have an explanation, please?
Councilman Tiger, we addressed that by amending the lease documents with the Predators organization to include 8 civic days a year, and I've circulated that information out to several members of both the Sports Authority and the Council.
So the procedure, if somebody wants to propose an event or would go to the Sports Authority to apply for one of those 8 dates?
That's correct.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Councilman Tiger. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-788, sponsors Matthews and Bennett, approves an application for the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant in the amount of $490,328 from the U.S. Department of Justice to the Metro Police Department for equipment and supplies. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-789, sponsors Matthews and Bennett, approves a state grant of $240,000 to the mayor's office to fund a Family Justice Center site coordinator. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-790, sponsors Matthews and Bennett, approves an annual state grant of $450,000 to the Davidson County Drug Court. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-791, sponsors Bennett and Matthews, approves a state grant of $67,000 to the state trial courts for interpreter services for indigent defendants with limited English proficiency. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-792, sponsors Weiner and Matthews, approves a state grant of $301,000 to the Metro Social Services Commission for homemaker services. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-793, sponsors Weiner and Matthews, approves a state grant of $799,200 to the Metro Health Department to provide tender care, community outreach services for enrolled children.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-794, sponsors Weiner and Matthews, approves Amendment 3 to a grant from the Greater Nashville Regional Council to the Metro Social Services Commission for congregate meal and transportation services for eligible seniors and disabled residents by increasing the grant amount by $2,388. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-795, sponsors Weiner and Matthews, approves an amendment to a state grant to the Metro Health Department to provide school-based oral disease prevention services to children that qualify for tent care to comply with a recent law change regarding dental personnel.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Council Lady Moore.
Chair, do you know whether these services will be on the school site, or do they have to leave the school during the day to get this preventive care, or
Mr. Sharp, you say that's school, at the school site?
at the school site? Okay, thank you.
All right. Seeing no other discussion, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-796, sponsors Weiner and Matthews, approves an amendment to a federal grant to the Metro Board of Health to enhance access to community-based care for low-income individuals and families with HIV by increasing the grant amount by $2,681,124 for a new grant total of $4,389,557. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-797, sponsors Weiner and Matthews, approves an amendment to a contract between the Metro Board of Health and Vanderbilt University for the Health Department's participation in the Tuberculosis Trials Consortium by submitting a revised budget for October 1st, 2012 to September 30th, 2013 of $54,933. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-800, sponsors Hunt, authorizes the Metro government to accept certain incomplete road and stormwater infrastructure located within the fields of Brick Church subdivision at an estimated cost of $291,638. Been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger.
Yeah, there's one word in the middle paragraph of our analysis that jumped out at me, and it talked about the developer's check in the amount of $9,479, which was supposedly the full amount of his remaining assets. What is that word supposedly in there for?
Oh, I'm sorry, John.
I can't verify that was the full amount. That was what planning stated, but I had no way to verify that. So I didn't want to state specifically that was for sure all that he had in assets left.
All right, so who would be responsible from the government side to audit or to review this company's finances and to verify that this is the correct amount, or do we just take somebody's word for it?
I don't know if this is one where suit was filed or not. The planning department is who has been handling these.
Is there someone from the planning department that could answer that?
Yeah.
Councilman Tigard, I'm David Edwards with the Planning Department, and this is one Metro Legal did file a lawsuit, and it was determined through an agreement with the developer that he would auction off his remaining 2 lots, and the $9,400 was the proceeds after that auction and after the auctioneer and the title company were paid. That was the remaining balance.
Is this one of these where the bond elapsed and we were left holding the bag type thing?
Yes, it's one of those where the letter of credit had expired some years ago.
But there were no other assets, identifiable assets, related to this subdivision other than these 2 lots to be auctioned?
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Tiger. Seeing no other discussion, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-801, sponsors Matthews and Gilmore, approves a state grant of $51,900 to the Nashville Public Library to target library materials to persons that have difficulty using the library and to the disadvantaged. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-802, sponsors Baker, Matthews, and others, authorizes the Director of Public Property Administration to exercise an option to purchase property located on Delray Drive for the price of $700 to use in the park system. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2013-803, sponsors Baker, Matthews, and others, authorizes the Director of Public Property Administration to exercise an option to purchase 2 parcels of property located on Old Glen Rose Avenue for the price of $45,000 to use in the park system. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. It's just listed as a bill, it's a resolution, no, isn't it? RS 2013-804, sponsors Matthews, authorizes the Department of Law to compromise and settle the lawsuit brought by Les Bud Buckner against the Metropolitan Government for the amount of $50,000. It's been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger?
Thank you. Can someone explain the process about the offending employees have not yet been identified, what the process was to try to identify these offenders, and what the ongoing process is to identify them?
Councilman Tiger, Scott Potter, Director of Metro Water. We're working with Metro Police to use a variety of means to identify who's done it, a couple of covert ways that haven't been successful yet, and through direct investigative means that haven't been successful yet either.
What is the pool of employees that the cloud of suspicion is under?
There's probably about 125 people that work in system services that have access to a lot of the areas that we found the graffiti.
And how long has this investigation been ongoing?
Probably about 4 months.
And any feel for how much longer it would go on or what the success might be?
I'm going to continue to find out to try who did this. I'm not going to stop until we find out.
If we knew who the offenders were, what kind of punishment could we expect?
I'd be pretty aggressive. I think it's worthy of being dismissed.
Would the offender have any responsibility for this $50,000 of taxpayer money that we're giving to the offended employee?
I don't know. I have to ask Metro Legal that.
Could I ask Metro Legal that question?
No.
That was pretty blunt. There wasn't any supposedly in there. So if an employee does something against the guidelines, they can't be personally sued or held liable for any judgments as a result of that action.
In matters, in matters brought pursuant to the EEOC, or in this case, Tennessee Human Rights Act, generally there is no individual liability. There is, under the Tennessee Human Rights Act, a specific provision under an aiding and abetting statute that you can get to have individual liability, but generally it's on the employer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Tiger. Seeing no other discussion, all those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Resolution passes. We're on to bills on second reading. BL 2013-509. Sponsors Harrison, Gilmore, and... Okay. Have you signed on to this one also? And more. Declares parcels of Metro government-owned property to be surplus and authorizes the Director of Public Property Administration to sell the property. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Bill passes. We are now adjourned. Thank you.